Hello, welcome to another unboxing. This time it's the Korg MS-20M kit version with the SQ1 sequencer, and I'm really looking forward to this one because all through the 80s I had the MS-20 and before that the MS-10, and they were my workhorses during the 80s, and I haven't had one since, and a good offer came up and I decided to go for it. So here we have a quick unbox. Well, I don't know how quick an unboxing it'll be because it's in pieces, I think. This one came from France. I got a good price in a winter sale, so I'm very happy about it. Okay. I thought it was quite a big box. Ooh, an adapter. That means I might have got a European plug on it, but hey. Yep. There we go. Now, I expect many of you know this has got a lot of extras in this one because the original MS-20 didn't have PWM, and for a while I thought I just wasn't patching properly, I couldn't work it out, but I don't know why they left it out. But this one also has sync, which would be great. Plus, on the PCB there are some other parts that you can patch in. There's some blanks on the front panel. So if you're good at soldering, you can actually put a few more break-ins to the circuit. So there's the sequencer. Oops. I think I'll do that one separately in a minute. And here's all the bits. So. Actually, I think they're the smaller boxes. I might go back to my usual desk so you can see them a bit closer. Right, so here's box one. There's two long boxes and then the small box for the sequencer. Let's see what we've got in this one. We'll go through that in a moment. So of course you've got to build this one. So lots of nuts and bolts there. I'm going to do a separate assembly video. Knobs, feet, and what looks like a cover for the power. Lots and lots of washers and nuts to hold on the Patchbay. Some of the larger knobs, low pass, high pass, that sort of thing. A European, oh that's good, so it actually goes to a figure 8 connector, so I can just supplement that one with one of my own with a 3-pin square plug. These are the end cheeks. Let's see what they look like. Oh, they're black. Fairly solid. And one for the other side. patch cables. 1, 2, 3 it looks like. And these are the 1/8 inch monos. And actually they're not too bad a length. About 1/2 metre I would say, something like that. 3 of those. Goodness. Don't know which connection that's for yet. What's it say on the back? Oh, no idea. Anyway, some jacking points there. Being very careful with this because it's all printed circuits. So just treat them with a bit of respect. There's another board. It says lead free on it. There we are. Nice, checking all the pots. Okay. So there's that one. I don't know how high up I can get it to focus. There we are. Well, it's all nicely packaged. Right, so here's the MIDI and the power in and USB. And this is going to be very different for me because obviously my original Korg MS-20 didn't have MIDI. So there we are. And USB as well. Be interesting to see if there's any CC that can go through that. So it's a nice shielded supply there. Probably about 9 volts or something like that. Oh, with ribbon connector. I don't know if I showed you. Did I show you that with ribbon? Not ribbon, but with connectors on the bottom there. Something hiding down here. Pieces of metal. Now look at it, I think it's going to take a while to assemble all these bits. Oh, it's a spanner. Alright, so you actually get a spanner with it. And some sort of fastener there. Some key fastener. What else? So this is actually it. This is the synth. It's funny when you think about it, isn't it? It's just a very small area that actually does all the work. So there it is. In focus. I hope that's in focus. Looks very simple, doesn't it, really? I didn't think that little board there could make all those lovely sounds. And on the other side, there's a few connectors, power supplies. And this is what I was talking about. So on the back, there are also some extra soldered blobs. I don't know if you can see it. So you can actually connect some more patching bits, and there's some. It doesn't come with the kit, but you can solder in your own wires and get some even more patching done there. Don't know what they all do. There's only one way to find out, of course. It says LPF out, that one. Revision 2. VCO 1. mod in, ground, so that's VCO. Get the VCO out, that might be worth doing. So keep that one wrapped up. What's this then? More connections. I think that's the lower down part where you can put audio control and CV out and that sort of thing. So this must be the Patchbay. It is. And there's there's a momentary switch there, which is on by the keyboard on the MS-20. There's another pot there. Show you the back. Power supplies. Get a bit closer for you. Is there anything else? Done the power supplies. So there we are, not a wall warped power supply. So when you can stow a bit lower down. Handy having, like I say, the figure 8 connector so you can connect whatever lead to whatever plug you like. And then obviously the one that goes into the synth. And what's the voltage? Eyesight's not so good these days. Oh, it's 12 volts. 12 volts, 1.5 amps. So it's actually quite a lot. There we go then. That's that. So that's box number 1. Alright, box number 2. So there's some of the large jacks now. 1/4 inch. Oh, that's good. Quite a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. That's good, that's nice, generous. About 1/2 metre length again. Excellent. There's nothing else here. No. So there we are, that's what I was talking about. So look, you've got lots of extra blanked off bits which you can just remove, and you can put more breaking into the board, and there's even solder lumps on the back of the board, so not too hard to do some further modifications. But I think to start with I'll just build it as is, and have a good play around with it. It brings back a lot of memories just seeing that alone. And this actually reminds me of the sequencer that, you know, there was quite a few in this series, a vocoder, an MS-10, MS-20. And then there was, I can't think what it was called now, but it was like an extra voice and a sequencer, but I never had that. But it'd been lovely to have had them all together. Very Doctor Who, the MS series. So, quite a heavy, robust front plate, I must say. That's quite hefty. That's good. That's built to last. And the back plate. There we are. Put them safely on the carpet so I didn't scratch it by accident. So there we are. So that's the first part of the unboxing. Don't forget we've got the sequencer as well. I think I'm going to do that on a separate video. So there we are, that's the sort of gubbins of the two boxes. So now let's go ahead and see what we've got in here. So, we've got a protective plate, because obviously the case is made of metal, to stop any shorts. Do you know, that looks very familiar. That looks very familiar. I'm sure I had that with the original. Oh, there we are, there's the one I was on about. So the middle one, oh, it was also called the SQ10. So it was an analog sequencer, look, three lines of sequencing, and I think an extra voice. They look lovely together, don't they, like that? I wonder if they bring that one out as well. A proper analog sequencer. Well, I guess see how popular these are. I remember I also got patch cards that you could put over and sort of write, oh, there we are, sort of a bit like that, so you could, no, it's a flow chart. I wonder if it's in here, it might be in here somewhere. So it's all about synthesis, all about patching. And things like, you could put a guitar in to control it. Not like the MIDI guitars of today, it was actually listening to the note and then trying to send it via CV out. But it wasn't that great, but it was really good for making some sort of theremin type, or when it lost control completely, you could get some quite unusual sounds rather than chromatic, you know, so it makes a break away from chromatic sound. You could control it with your voice as well, which I had a bit of fun with, but I never used it on any tracks I can remember. So there we are. So quite a good manual actually. Let's just change language there. So how far does it go in English? It's German. So 9-10 pages. But, you know, a lot on each page. And flow charts there. What does what? There we are. It's quite an interesting one. If you want to freeze that, let's just try and get that straight. That's that. I seem to remember it being a sort of, it was like this colour, but it was a bit more brown, I think. And they're trying to make it look like the originals. Oh, here we go. So there's some patching examples that you can do. Connect a guitar to it, like I was saying. that. There's some setting examples there. Yeah, the original one came with a card that you could put over and mark, not on the Patchbay, sorry, but on the pot, so you could mark where all the pots were, so you could sort of like have a preset as it was, but on a card. So I haven't seen that in here. So apart from that, pretty much as I remember it. Obviously this one's got extra functions like PWM and sync. That's really exciting. So I'm getting even more out of this than the original. So, but it was going for about £998. I think that was the list price, and I managed to get it for 663, I think it was, from a company in France. They've got a winter sale on at the moment for January, and I just couldn't resist it at that price. So there we are. That's the end of this unboxing. As I say, the sequencer I'll do on a separate one. Bye for now.